Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new Raider tutorial. Now, before I get started, as always, I've got to plug the Discord. If you want to improve your editing, hop in, because not only will I help you with everything for completely free, but I got a whole channel right here for all the practice replays you could ever want. I'm also going to get some freestyling and more comp ones, because that's what people have asked for. So, those will be coming soon, don't worry. As well as that, please go check out my new edit. Just dropped. It is right here. If you want to go see, it's called Void. It's on my channel. Cool. Anyway, let's get into the actual tutorial. So, basically, what I'm going to be telling you how to do today is some people have been struggling when using Cinebuddy with their recording to time remap them together, because maybe the Cinebuddy gets awkward, like it doesn't time remap properly with your clip. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do that perfectly without like pre-composing them and then time remapping that pre-composition. Because if you've got something in that pre-comp that you don't want to be affected by the time remap, it can be a bit annoying. So I'm going to show you how to do it the best way. So I'm going to make a new composition. We're going to name it time remap tutorial, and bang. So we'll leave that for a second and we'll head into Rocket League. Now, all you're going to need for the tutorial, if you don't know how to use Cinebuddy at all, is of course Backismod. Head to backismod.com and you can download right here. You will need to then go to plugins, at the top. So I'll show you right here, plugins, and then if you type Cinebuddy, it will come up. Click on it, hit install with Backismod, bang. I've also got a tutorial on dolly cam if you want to go check that out. But I'm sure many of you will know how to use Cinebuddy. This isn't a specific Cinebuddy tutorial, I'm going to be going over it quite quick, but if you want it more in depth, you can check out the Fusion Rocket League tutorial, which is right here. I'll leave a link to it in the description. Ultimate 3D tutorial for Rocket League editing by Fusion. They have a whole section for Cinebuddy if you want to go check that out. But let's get actually into it now. So before we start, we want to click F2 on our keyboard to bring up the Backismod settings. I'm going to turn off my reshader real quick so I can actually see. Here we go. And I'm going to head to bindings, and we want to make sure we have two bindings for Cinebuddy. So that is CB recording start and CB recording stop. Now how you bind this is you go to add. You want to click set binds. You want to select a key. So I'm going to go with 8, which is what I've got it as already. And then you're going to double click on this bit here and go to type in capital C, capital B, and then recording start, just like this. Keep in mind, your bind can be absolutely anything. This is just because it's close to my normal recording bind. But yeah, you can select it to anything. You know, you can have this as like, I don't know, G or K or whatever you want. So that's my start button, and I'm going to now add my stop button. So I'm going to select 7. That's just what I have it as. It's a bit funny, don't judge. And I'm going to type CB recording stop this time. Click that, click save, bang. It also helps if you know how to use dolly cam. As I just said, I've got a tutorial on that. But yeah, so let me really quickly make a dolly cam path. I'm in my replay already. It is a nice dash replay. So I'm going to add on my reshade, if I can quickly find wherever it was, this one. So what I'm thinking is maybe I'm gonna have it zoom like into the shot a little bit, like into the final shot. So I'm gonna start here. I'm gonna click 5 on my keyboard and I'm gonna start making it. Oh, I actually forgot something because I haven't been on today yet. I'm gonna type dolly into mode 5. If you're wondering what that does, again, in my tutorial, I've got that covered. So I'm going to start here, zoom in, I'm going to come a bit closer. I'm going to make this path a bit wild for the sake of the tutorial. Come here, and maybe over here. There we go. Let's see how that looks. Maybe it's terrible. Oh well. It's not awful. I mean, obviously I haven't got a song I'm editing to, so. Right, so now we are going to get onto the recording part. So I've got my path ready, as you can see, blah blah blah. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my recording software. Now, I use NVIDIA, as you can see, and my recording button is Alt 9. So, with that in mind, the reason I've got 8 as my Cinebuddy recording start is because it's close together. I can click Alt 9 and my 8 key at the exact same time, as well as clicking Alt 9 and my 7 key at the exact same time. The trick to this method is that you start recording with NVIDIA, or whatever your software is. You start recording with NVIDIA and Cinebuddy at the exact same time, or at least really close. So I'm going to click Alt 9 to start my recording around here, and then I'm going to click my 8 key to start recording with Cinebuddy here at the same time as well, and I will do the same to end it. So let me go ahead and do that. So I'm going to click Alt 9 and 8 at the exact same time. I just did it there. We're going to let this record. It doesn't matter how far away you click them. This is now recording. Again, it's done. So now I'm going to click Alt 9 and 7 at the same time. Bang. So, as you can see, my recording up here has been saved exactly how I want it to. So, now we are going to go into After Effects, and I'm going to import my footage. So import, then file, and I'm really quickly going to go and find that recording I just did. So I'm going to go to Rocket League, and I'm going to scroll down. You can see my clips right here. Click import. So now I've got my clip in here. It is important I find the first frame. So I'm going to hold, if I want to scroll along this, obviously I've clicked on the light blue bar and I'm holding left click and moving left and right. But to zoom in on it, so you can, scroll more like precisely, hold Control and Alt and scroll up. So now you can see I've zoomed in on this bar and I'm scrolling a lot more slowly. So I found the first frame. And once I'm on the first frame, I'm going to click this button here. I'm going to zoom out again. I'm going to go along and I'm going to find whereabouts the end is. I'm going to zoom in again and I'm going to find the last frame, which is this one. Bang. So once I've got that, I'm going to obviously drag that in. Now I can time remap this how I want, so let's do that first before we even interact with Cinebuddy. So let's say I want it, let's have it a lot quicker, and
it doesn't matter how far away you click them.
we're going to set off the sound, that's okay. I'm going to select my keyframes. I've also got a tutorial on time remapping if you want to check that out. Selecting my keyframes, clicking F9, let's go into the graph editor, and maybe I want it start off quick and finish quick. Obviously this is all up to you. Yeah, I don't mind that. Let's go with that. So now once I've time remapped, maybe you've got other clips around this, like you've got a second clip here. You don't need to interact with Cinebuddy or pre-compose anything before. Make sure you time remap your footage before thinking about using your Cinebuddy. That's how you know that it's all synced nice, and if you need to redo it. See, if I've started my Cinebuddy already, and then after I've done everything, I realise it doesn't even flow that nice. It's a bit annoying, isn't it? So that's why I've time remapped first, because if it was bad, I can then go, I don't even like that, I'm going to go and redo the cinematic. But what I'm now going to do, because I am happy with it, I'm going to right click, hit pre-compose, name it Cinebuddy Cinematic, and I'm going to click move all attributes into the new composition. Hit OK. And now we are in here. So now what I'm going to do is, this is the cinematics body part. So if you've used cinematics body before, you obviously know what to do. So I'm going to go to script, and for you it will be run script file if you've never used cinematics body. If you have used it before, you can go to recent and then just click it. But if you haven't used it, you'll click run, go find cinematics buddy, and then you can find your cinematics buddy path. So if I go to recent script files, I'm going to click here and go to cinematics buddy AE, and I'm going to now go find my path. So it is here. Now I actually forgot to mention where your cinematics buddy path saved to, but if you've done it before, you obviously know. If you go into your cinematics buddy and plugins in Backismod, you can set your special path the name as well. It's very important that your camera name is all lowercase camera. Just leave it like that. You don't need to name it anything else anyway. But yeah, you can have this path as whatever you want. Just make sure, if I want this path, for example, and I can copy it up here, and I want to paste it into my special paths. This is where my cinematics buddy will save. Just make sure you change all the backslashes to forward slashes. You can obviously name the file name as whatever you want, but for me, because I've used the horror scene name twice, it is saved as the third one. So I'm going to hit OK, and this is the one we've just made. So I'm just going to wait for these keyframes to load in. This might be a little bit laggy since I'm also recording and everything. Uh-oh. Oh no, here we go. We are loading in. It's gonna take a second. Okay, so here we go. Our cinematics buddy is loaded in. So what I'm gonna do now is, you can see my camera layer is lowercase camera. That is what we need. It's very important. That's what it is. I'm gonna go up to File, go to Scripts, and for me, again, it will be the time remap thing if you haven't used it before. But for me, I can just go Recent and then hit Time Remap Cinematics Buddy. You make sure you have your clip selected. Look, if I show you, make sure you have your clip selected, not anything else, only your clip, and then you go to Time Remap. So once we have done this, as you can see, I've got it pretty much right. I hit my Cinematics Buddy recording a little bit late because it's 2 frames off. So all we need to do is we need to drag our camera layer until it starts. So if you can see, I'm going to drag it a little bit to the left until you can see it's activated there. And bang, there you go. That's the perfect time. And then I'm going to drag it back out at the end. So as you can see, it will now be tracked perfectly. If I play this out, it might be a little bit laggy. We'll have to see. Here we go. You can see it is time remapped exactly how we want. Don't worry about the text glitching a bit. It's just because my frame rate is very low. But you can see this grid on the floor is all perfect. Look. That is exactly how we time remapped it. So now if I come out into the main composition, I've got my time remap layer. And I can time remap this how I want. If I put a text animation in here and I come out, it won't be affected because it is all time remapped how we want. If you're confused by anything, obviously hop in the Discord, let me know. But yeah, I'm going to really quickly undo what I did to that camera because I feel like I didn't explain that quite well enough. So if my PC, if my After Effects crashes, then we're calling it a day and that's the video. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I think my After Effects crashed. Yeah, okay, cool. My After Effects crashed. That's okay. I hope this video has been helpful. I can redo it for those who need it, since I may not have explained the part with the camera very well. Basically, once you've imported your Cinebuddy in and your Cinebuddy is all ready to go, just make sure you select your clip, hit the time remap script, and then line up your camera. Just go to the first frame of your composition and line up the camera until it starts. Now you can see how I did that. I just moved the camera. It might be either left or right depending on how far apart you hit your screen recording and how far apart you hit your Cinematics Buddy recording keys. But just drag the camera layer until it activates on the start of your composition, like on the start of your clip. But with all that all being said, I hope this has been helpful. Let me know in the comments, let me know in my Discord. I will obviously be able to help anyone. And yeah, see you guys later.